So, hello everyone, and welcome to this session. This is our second session this is our last session regarding Dyslexia Week, and this is all about reading progress. I'm delighted to be introducing to all of you reading progress. For those who don't know who I am, I'm Aaron Smith. I'm the UK's Dyslexia and SEND consultant for Microsoft, and my role is all about delivering accessibility and our new service here, reading progress into education. Really looking forward to this session. Just to remind you, the call is being recorded and the recordings will go out onto YouTube in the coming days. So it will be probably done after Monday when we've edited some of the recordings because of some of the ways it records. So welcome to this session. We're going to go into reading progress. So just to remind you that we have done 4 other sessions and we've done a day session as well. So last 4 sessions we've done, we talked about Microsoft and dyslexia, we talked about writing, and we talked about reading. They will be available for you to watch again. Everyone that is registered will get an email about it. And of course, with everything that I do as Aaron Smith, you're happy to have me coming to your school, and I'm happy to support you in all areas of using Microsoft relating to accessibility and reading. So reading progress, what is reading progress? Where has this come from? And this is a brand new tool built into Microsoft Teams. So this is an amazing feature that I'm going to show you today, which I really enjoy. I'm going to show you a presentation, let you watch a video, and then what I am going to do is I'm going to do a quick demonstration, and then we can have some questions afterwards. So reading progress came from an idea. When we think about it, so we think about a young person, and we think about this young person here. So this is a younger young person here, and we have to think about the ways that she reads, the way that maybe a boy reads. But let's use this person here. So the way she reads, the ability of her reading, how fast she's reading, and she doesn't always like reading. She may get a bit nervous. She may get a bit stressed. And when we look at SEND, we have a number of them students that may find this difficult. When we also think about a teacher point of view, and this is really for teachers, when we think about this concept of teachers, of how we are working with teachers and how teachers have to check reading fluency, they have to make sure they're doing it. And often they're doing it with paper, pen and pencil. And it is a long process. We also have to think about it. A lot of our testing around reading is standardized as well. So basically, we're going to do it 2 or 3 times a year, or maximum probably 2 times a year because of that benchmarking. And how do we see progress on real time? How do we see progress in moving forward? Well, this is the other thing as well that you've got to think about as well. You may have, it says there 27 students. Of course, we have 30 students in our class here in the UK. So how do we get this insights? How do we get this support moving forward? Reading progress was also designed to improve fluency of reading and practice of reading with education insights. That's what it's designed to do. It's part of Microsoft Teams. And there's lots of studies there that I've got in here that you can read, that if you go to the QR code that I'll give you at the end, where you can download this presentation. And it all starts with kind of the design of that specialist reading, the analysis, and then creating a report and showing everyone what it could do. And it comes back from also these books that we've done, these experts who've looked at this as well. So this is the video I'm going to show you now and just give you that flavor of it. And then I'm going to demo this in more detail.
The study of Earth's landforms is called bicycle geography. The study of Earth's landforms is called bicycle geography. Landforms can be mountains and valleys. They can also bicycle geography.
This is Reading Progress, which is completely free for all of our students. It is. So what we do is we as a teacher or as an educator, we create it. The student reads it, we review it, and we can track it, and that's the benefit of it. So as teacher goes into Microsoft Teams and creates an assignment, we attach an icon which is reading progress. We can either upload a Word or PDF file, or we can browse from some samples. This is the text we've got there. We then assign that to our student, like we would assign a homework to our students. Then the student goes and reads it. They open it up. They can listen, of course, to the text. They open it up. They start it. It counts them down, and basically then they start reading along. Now they've also got the button at the top there where they can use immersive reader and do some of the features like changing background colors and changing fonts. We can also then go in and once they've finished reading, they press the button at the bottom that says done. This will then say I'm finished. They can also start over again if they need to, and that will then send either the audio only file or the audio and video file to the teacher. So they turn it in. The teacher then goes into their assessment and says, "Oh, okay, this student has finished. I'm going to assess this." And what it does is it gives them this kind of view here of basically showing all the mispronunciations, all the omissions, all the self-corrections, insertions, and repetitions of in that text. And this is all done via artificial intelligence. So this artificial intelligence will look at that, and you can see there that it actually then you can change it, you can jump to it, and you can confirm if you're correct with it, and it will give you that score. And basically, that teacher then can track this over time with the analytics. This analytics is free, and this is only for the teacher in the classroom. So it's not global analytics at the moment. It's only for that. If a school wants that, there is an additional cost for analytics. It's a whole package around analytics that I can talk about at the end. It also shows you the words that they are finding difficult. So it gives you that word cloud at the bottom, and you can of course go through stuff and see them words and see that word cloud and so forth. Now these are the resources I'm going to do, and there's my contact details. But what I'm going to do before I go any further is I'm now going to actually show you and do a quick demo of it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to bring this screen on. Now I am signed in, as you can see here, under SA. SA is my system administrator, so I'm classed as an educator. And what I'm in is I'm in my dyslexia team, and I've got my assignments tab open, and I'm going to create a new tab, a new assignment, sorry. And this new assignment I'm going to call, and now most of you know that I am dyslexic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here in a second and build. See here, it says here I can build my new thing. But I'm going to call this reading PROGRE progress DW dyslexia week. I'm going to attach this in as a reading progress. So click on reading progress. Now what's going to happen here is I can browse through the sample library. So I can go through the sample library. It's going to give me all of these things. So it says there's 94 words there. This is a polar bear. We've got things. This is all done by Reading Works. So we can go through. So they will be American text. You can see there's non-fiction, there's fiction there. And we can select one of these that we want to select and do that. We've got there, we can also go to secondary age level. And that's K, of course, K5, K6. And of course, it's UK, US standards. But of course, you can have a look at them and work out where you feel the reading level should be. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload a Word document. So I've got a Word document that I've got on my desktop. I'm just going to upload that, and I've got it here. It's called Disneyland, Disney Park. I'm going to upload this. This is a piece of text I've taken directly from I just got it from Wikipedia, saved it in a Word document. I can edit it, of course, so I can make some changes to it, and I can just press the tick if I'm happy with it. I can also see what it looks like from a student view, so I can allow the student view here. So I'm not going to do that now because I want to actually show you there. So I'm going to click allow there. Just click close there. Are you sure? Yes. So that hasn't added it. So I'm just going to do it all again. So attach, reading progress. I am browse. Going to use the Disneyland. I pressed the wrong button there. Disneyland. Okay. Open. There's my text. I'm going to press. I'm going to say that this reading level is a reading level 5. Genre is non-fiction. Actually, it's non-fiction. I'm going to let the student have unlimited tense, and the sensitivity is going to be default. Now, the other thing here, can you see here? It says they're required video. You can turn the video off. It does require audio. Now, the one thing that I can tell you is it says here that currently reading progress on mobile, so that's on iOS and Android, only records audio. I can confirm in the future that is coming out soon. So that's going to be announced very soon. It's going to come out. So I'm going to click next on this. That's now going to add this to the student's assignment. I'm going to give some instructions there please click on the link below. And do that. I'm going to say it needs to be handed in today by midday. I'm not going to do that, but I'm only going to assess one student because I only want to assess Adele, because that's the only person I'm really worried about, person I really want to know her reading level is. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to click assign. Now that has automatically sent it to the student now. So that is now the teacher has done. The teacher has done all the work now. Now we're going to go to the student. So let's bring the student in. So let me find my student account, which is this one. So I'm going to bring Adele in. As you can see here, I've got Adele here. That's Adele's picture. There. I'm going to go to Microsoft Teams because I believe as my student, I'm going to do it. Now, what I am going to do is I'm just going to turn my camera off on Teams, and you'll understand why in a second, because when we've logged in, we want to use the camera. So I'm just going to turn my camera off because we're going to use the camera once. Right, I'm just going to log in there. And go into the web interface, of course. So you can see how I've got some notifications and some messages. If I go to this, it will tell me I've got a reading progress for dyslexia. You can see here, reading progress DW, because that's the one. So let me review this assignment in here. So just jump me straight into the team, and you can see I've got it here. Now, what it is saying is the reading progress. Now I've put no points in there. That's fine. And as a dyslexic, I find it difficult to read what I need to do. So I'm going to press this icon here, which brings up the immersive reader, and it allows me to press the play button.
Read progress DW. Due the 7th of October 2021, 23:59. Instructions. Please click on the link below.
And of course, I've spelt things wrong, but that's not a massive issue because we know I'm dyslexic for today. It's telling me to click on the link. So I'm going to click on the link, and this is now putting me into that student view, which is going to count me down. Now, in a second, you're going to see my camera. There's my face there. Now, of course, my camera's down. I'm looking up at the screen. You can see, so that's why I'm looking up. And you can see my volume's not too bad, so I'm happy with that, and that's good. So I'm going to click Start. So I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to click Start, and I'm just going to start reading what is on the screen. Disneyland parks, originally Disneyland, is the first 2 theme parks built at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, opened on July 17, 1955. This is the only park building competition under the direct supervision of Disney. It was originally only attraction on the property. Its name changed to Disneyland Park, disgusting it from the extending complex in the early 90s to the first Disney theme park. Now, I could listen back to that, so I can watch the recording. It's taking me 1:14 to do it. I could try again. I know I actually made some mistakes there that I knew I was going to make, and some mistakes that I basically couldn't read it because I just got to the point where I couldn't read it anymore. I'm going to use that as the recording. So that's now going to say the recording. Of course, this is fully GDPR compliant. It's fully compliant for us all. So I'm just going to put my camera back on Teams so you can see me. So I'm going to now hand this in. So it says now handed in. So I've now handed that piece of work in. It's sent that off to it. So let's now go back to me as a teacher. So I'm now going to go to my assignment. And you can see here that my assignment says here, handed in. It says I handed in 16 hours late because I just realized I actually put yesterday's date rather than today's date, but that's fine. So I'm going to click on this because I know she's handed it in. Now, automatically, it's going to come up with some changes. So it says that I said Disney, Disneyland parks. So what it's saying is actually I've inserted Disney parks, and I've said parks wrong as an omission. I missed off out. I missed a few of these things out. Now what I can do is I can go over here. So let's go in here, and if I go to jump to word, Anaheim, California, opened on July 17, 1955. This is the only park building competition under. So you can see here that it says that I've actually said that wrong. So I said competition, and actually I don't know what that word actually says. I think it says completion, but you understand what I've said there. And you can see here that I've actually missed some words out, but it's gave me that I'm reading at an 48 words per minute, and I got a 70% accuracy rate. Now what I can do is if I just turn this up to the high sensitivity, I've still got a 70% accuracy rate, but I can also turn this off. So I can actually go through it myself and go, you know what, I said this correct, I said this wrong, I did, and I basically said this, I admitted this one, and I can also say I repetitioned that one, and I self-corrected that one, and I also inserted that one. So there you go, you can actually add this all to yourself. You can also give your feedback to your student there, of course, by typing in feedback in there, and that will then send it back to them. You can return it back to the student. Now, this is really powerful, of course, that you've now got this information. You could do this with your students. You can see how quickly it was for me to set up and actually how quickly it was for the student to do. So that's a really powerful tool there. Now, of course, you've got the insights here. Now, the insights on this is a demo tent, so the insights here won't actually work because it's in demo mode. But actually, well, we have got a few insights here. Now, this is another student, of course. This is not my student, but you can see here if I do this, it's looking at students here. You can see that there is all the data. You can see that there is a word cloud here. Of course, it's not from the words that I've used today, and it does then give you kind of the accuracy data of how many people reading accuracy, then omissions and omissions. So we can kind of see here that Adele, we can actually see in more detail this concept here. So we can actually see our students quite well and actually use this to support our own teaching next level. It is really good. It could be really useful and really supportive for our learners. It is a really cool tool that I just think is amazing that's out there. And then, like I said, it's free available. And there is lots of things coming with this, like things like we're going to be able to send this information to it. And of course, there's lots more things that will come in the future. So I've kind of done that demonstration. Of course, it's taken me about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like I said. If you want to drop me an email to find out more about it, by all means, you can do. I'm happy to come into your school and do some more in-depth training around this. But the floor is now open to those who want to ask me a question. The question is, floor is open. So do drop me a question in the question box. Of course, the questions will be recorded, but I will not read out the name of the people and just answer the question. So if you want to type the question in the question box, that's not a problem. Happy for you to do that. So just wait a few minutes for people to put some questions in the question box. So of course, this call has been recorded and we will drop the recording out to you. So don't worry, do you want to do that? So just waiting for people to give me a question. If they want to ask me a question about it. It's fine, I can see that someone's typing now, it's pretty cool. Anyone got any questions? Just click on the little chat icon. So basically, how can the question was, how can I attach a PDF file to be read? So when we are in here, and I'll show you this, just go to the teacher. I'm just bringing Teams on here. So when we are in the assignment, so we'll just wait for it to load and I'll go into the assignment. So if I go into the assignment, let's create a new assignment just so you can see it. Create assignment. You click on the attach, click on the reading progress, and it's here where it says there, upload a PDF. So this is where you can do it. Of course, we use some sample text as well, like camping trip. You can select that, and there's the text there, which is really useful as well. So you can attach like a PDF, you can attach a Word. Of course, you've got that sample text. You can also go and read and check yourself. Got a couple of minutes left before we end the session, so if you've got any questions. While I wait, let me explain the concept of like I said earlier about Insights. Insights is free as well, so the Insights per teacher is free. If you're, say, a head teacher, deputy head, or even a CEO of a trust, there is now going to be a new set of Insights coming out which allows you to look at it. So question is, I realize this is on Teams, but do you need to buy any external software? No. So as a school, you get Microsoft Teams for free. It's included in there. You have to either download the desktop app. As you can see, I did it online. It worked perfectly fine online as I've done it. You can get it on an iOS device or an Android device as well. So there's no extra cost. The only extra cost is, like I said, is in that extra bundle for Insights. The standard Insights I've shown you today is all included, but if you want senior leaders to see them Insights and kind of drill down into Insights, they're an additional cost. But everything I've shown you today is free. It's freely and it's available today. You can go and try it tomorrow, or you can go and try it now with a student or with there. So like I said, you don't need any additional things. The only thing that you should have is probably a camera, and that's just beneficial for the students. They can see. You can also see if they're doing it properly. If you want me to come into your school, of course, just take a copy of that email. Follow me on Twitter. I know I've got some more questions coming in, so just wait for them questions and then we'll answer them. So referring back to Immersive Reader, I can't seem to attach a PDF file to go through it. So basically, from an Immersive Reader point of view, which was our second session, this session doesn't read PDFs. You can only open a PDF in Microsoft Edge, and that's how you'll read it for reading out loud for support rather than reading progress. So what I'd recommend that the person who has asked that file, that question, if you want to drop me an email, I'm happy to share you the link that shows you how to do that. It is on the video that I showed that I did on Tuesday. So the last but one of the videos you can see, you'll be able to find out about that. Anyone else got any questions for me? Can't see any questions coming in, so I'm going to bring the session to a close. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Of course, you can reach out to me on @AaronDyslexia or drop me an email at Aaron there. I can see some people just sending messages, so we'll just wait a few seconds to make sure they're there. Some people saying many thanks. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Lots of people saying thank you. So I'm going to end this session now. So if you've missed, I really missed where I can get the rest. So they will be sent to you via email because you've registered for this. We will send all of the sessions to you. So don't worry about it. I will send you everything, and you will get hold of it. So thank you everyone for listening. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers. Bye-bye.